We turn to the Mercedes-Benz Vans phone line for a final time on today's show for a man who is helping protect Jalen Hurts and blow open the holes for Miles Sanders and the rest of that stout running attack for the lone remaining undefeated team in the NFL from the Philadelphia Eagles is none other than Lane Johnson. How you been, Lane?
Been good. Off to a good start. Trying to keep it going.
Excellent. Very good. What was it like seeing Doug Pederson on the other sideline on Sunday, Lane?
Yeah, I mean, it's like a bittersweet moment. You know, obviously somebody who had a tremendous impact on my career and a lot of players in that locker room. And, you know, with how the business works in the NFL, sometimes you don't get a chance to say proper goodbyes. But no, we just, you know, appreciated, you know, all the good years we had with him. There was a lot of good ones, and told him that we missed him. And, you know, ultimately we'll probably see that team again. I feel like they're a team that's getting better and has a lot of promise to them.
What did Kelsey do with the rain jacket he got? Do you know? Where is that now?
I think he was just trying to get something, whatever he could. I don't know if it was his hat or his rain jacket. And I guess, you know, how players, you know, interswap jerseys. So that was his swapping jerseys moment.
Well, so walk me through your view of Jalen Hurts' ascent and maturation, what he was like when he first walked in the huddle and what he's like right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's really nothing can take the place of experience. I think having game time experience, understanding what the NFL is about, and I think it really helped with, you know, him maturing. And then obviously with every great quarterback, there's great playmakers. So I feel like some of the additions we made in the offseason, along with the talent that we already had, is helping him. But I feel like even, you know, really this whole offseason, we spent a lot of time throwing the ball downfield in training camp. Whenever we, you know, had our joint practices, we spent a lot of time, you know, throwing the ball downfield, knowing that, you know, we had a play action, you know, run type of identity. But whenever we need to throw the football, we can, and to do it well. So he's, you know, put obviously a lot of time in and hard work. And, you know, you just see it by how he carries himself and by how he plays, and just keeps getting better and better.
Can you give me an example of how he carries himself and how that might be contagious amongst you and the rest of the team, Lane?
I'll say it again.
Is there an example of that, how he carries himself, that might be considered contagious, and how that leadership exudes and carries through the rest of the team?
Yeah, I mean, really, I mean, you could say he's gotten a little bit more vocal, but he's always worked very hard. And, you know, whenever he breaks the team out, you know, a lot of his words have a lot of substance to it. But just his demeanor, you know, even when we win, you know, we don't get too happy. And when we lose, we don't get too down on ourselves. We know it's a long season, it's a marathon, and you have to, you know, maintain at a consistent level, and it all goes down to, you know, what we do every day when we're practicing.
Does that mean you remember what it was like to lose, Lane? Is that what you just said? Pretty much.
Say it again. Sorry, I don't know why the connection.
No, did you just basically say you remember what it was like to lose? Right there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. No, I was saying that even when we lose,
well, last year,
learn from it and grow from it, and become better from it.
Yeah, like losing like last year. You're the lone remaining undefeated.
Exactly.
Yeah, lone remaining undefeated team right now. And so, what is the sense in the locker room of a team that is the last remaining undefeated team? You know, is there any reminder of what it was in that championship season to you, Lane?
I mean, every team's different. I just feel like the veteran leadership we have is similar, but I mean, it's a long season. There's a lot of stuff that can happen, and you know, the main thing is just to keep a short focus, keep it on the go. I feel like we have a lot of talent, ability, but you know, our division's a lot better than what it was last year. Yeah, man, we do have reminders, you know, of last year. I mean, we started out, I think, you know, 1-4, 1-5, not where we needed to be. So knowing that, you know, we can battle through adversity if it hits, but you know, our main thing is to start fast and keep the foot on the pedal.
What makes the running game work so well, do you think?
A lot of it goes down to scheme. I think having a mobile quarterback makes defending him that much harder, especially with the run game and how we do things. Then it goes down to the guys we have on the ball. I feel like we have a pretty big offensive line. You have Jordan and Landon over there that probably average 360 or more. Not too light in the center and the right side of the line too. But really, our line coach is very good at what he does. Whenever guys have come in and out, they produce. Just like this past game with Mulata going out and Isaac and Molly going out. We had backups ready to come in and play. And so yeah, I mean that's really our mindset. But yeah, I mean we attack it every day. Our coach is very good at what he does, and a lot of what we do is fire out the football.
When Nick Sirianni came in, Lane Johnson, did he say we're going to run the football? Did he say that this is going to be the hallmark off of which everything works? Was that expressed when he first arrived in Philly?
I know. I mean, I think it's kind of evolution. Obviously, you come in, you have an idea of what the offense is like. He was in Indianapolis. He was under Frank Reich, so we kind of had an idea what type of offense that we want to run. But I think it, evolves with the personnel that you have. So you see, kind of as practices go on and games go on, you see what things are more favorable for our offense and what isn't, and you kind of mold it into what it is. So I feel like last year we were, throwing the ball very heavily, and then I think around the Detroit game we started, run. That was our first really game I think we had with over 200 yards, and then we started to build off of that. And so when you can run the football and control the line of scrimmage and control the time of possession, it makes the game a lot easier for yourself.
And then obviously the defense is balling out too. What is I mean I've seen him from afar on television and from high up at the combine, but what's Jordan Davis like eye to eye when you see him, Lane?
We just have a lot of talent. We have a lot of ability. I remember being in training camp and, having some of the additions, with the Kobe and then, obviously Jordan Davis, having him as a huge presence, putting him over the center. You can isolate Fletcher Cox. You can isolate Javon Hargrave, Josh Sweat, Hassan, BG. You can get those matchups that you want to, the one-on-ones. And I feel like that's what we're doing. And, even with the rotation of guys that we have, there really isn't a big drop-off. And, with most great teams, if you have a good line, it's creating a lot of pressure, making it hard for, opposing quarterbacks to get the offense going. I know it's a lot of fun from the sidelines. I can imagine, watching as well. It's a lot of fun watching those guys fly around. But, it's something they've been doing really since training camp, and we've known that.
Last thing for you, Lane Johnson. I mean, in my end of the business, it was all Buffalo Bills conversation winning the Super Bowl this year. And you guys have raised your hand in a way that has certainly caused a lot of attention over the first 4 games as you head into Arizona right now. Are you guys talking Super Bowl in your locker room?
Are we thinking Super Bowl? Normally, we're really thinking Arizona Cardinals. I mean, I feel like, from the media standpoint, it's with every progression of the week, it's okay. This team's going to be in the Super Bowl. That's what the fans like to talk about. But from an internal perspective, it's a long season. We know we have a good team with a good D line. J.J. Watt, Kyler Murray, quarterback for them. You just got to take it one at a time. I know as cliche as it sounds, it's really what it is. If you lose focus or get comfortable in this league at any time, you can get exposed. So, playing in the league for a long time, I've seen that, I've witnessed that, and my job is to treat Wednesday and Thursday like it's a game day. Those practices and hopefully it carries over to the game.
Well, if anybody who knows, obviously, about Murray's story and Jalen Hurts' story, it would be an Oklahoma Sooner like yourself. And, obviously Hurts was the one who took over once Kyler got drafted into the league. And I just want to circle back to Hurts for one quick second. It's just knowing his history, right? What happened with him at Alabama and him going to Oklahoma and then getting drafted and then Carson Wentz being there. And the fact that he is now doing what he is doing. I'm wondering is that part of the leadership aspect that you and maybe other of your teammates think about, like his journey and his role on this team now?
Yeah, I just think when you look at his journey, just how, he handled his adversity in college, going from a championship program like Alabama, being in the spotlight. You could say it's almost like an NFL team, just with their production and success, and just how he handled it, with kind of class and grace, with a two situation. I just feel like he just worked his way out of it. I feel like, he's always had a kind of a calm demeanor, and, doesn't say a whole lot, but when he does, there's really a lot of something with substance that he likes to bring to light. But, yeah, that was impressive to me, just, from an outsider whenever he first came in, how he handled that situation. But, like with the NFL, it's, there's a lot of ups and downs in this league, and I think it's really how you battle, come back from those, learn from your mistakes and become better. I feel like that's what he's done, and now starting to shine through, and just all that hard work's paying off for him.
Lane Johnson, I appreciate the time as always here. Look for more of my calls as you guys get through your schedule. I think this team is fascinating, and and I'm not just saying that because of 4-0. A.J. Brown added on draft day, and then obviously Bradbury added late, and everybody putting it together right now, including you and the rest of your offensive line mates. Look for more of my phone calls if you don't mind.